Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you really quick, and I promise really quick, with an update on how I'm doing on my retinoid journey, specifically on the ordinary retinol 0.2% in Squalane. I want to talk about the good and the bad that I've seen so far, some things I've had to switch up and some things I've learned, and just kind of give you guys a midpoint update. So if you're interested, let's go. Okay, so I do want to remind you guys to check out the first video in case you have not. That's really going to give you the meat and potatoes of this journey. It's just going to give you just an overview on retinoids and where retinol falls in the retinoid family, and why I decided to go on the journey and why I decided to use the ordinary. Just kind of give you a basis for where we are right now. So definitely go and check that video out. Watch it in its entirety. Like it, share it, comment, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Then come back over here and do the exact same thing for this video. So what I have noticed so far, actually let's start with some things that I figured out. Number one, a little goes a long way. I thought, in my head, I guess, I don't know why, I imagined going through one of these bottles a month, but I mean, I've been using this pretty much consistently for the past 3 months. Every Wednesday and every Saturday, those are my days, and I just figured out that a little goes a long way, and I have barely put a dent in this bottle. Before, I was putting like 4 drops on the face, one, and it was just way too much. I was just too greasy, and it felt like it just sat on top of the skin. But once I backed that up to about 2.5, 3, that's when it was really the sweet spot. It absorbed into the skin very quickly, and again, I'm not even putting a dent in it. Now, what I have found out, actually reading the bottle, is that this is actually supposed to be stored in the refrigerator. So if you have something like this, you might want to make sure you check that, because yours might be saying the same thing. Now, I don't have a little skincare fridge, so for me, I'm just putting it in the refrigerator in my kitchen, which does make it a teeny bit inconvenient. I know, right? Like, we're real world problems. Like, really, T? Really? I know, but the rest of my nighttime skincare is just sitting in a box on my nightstand, so it's easy for me to wash my face and then come sit down and finish the rest of my nighttime routine while I'm watching Golden Girls. I have to consciously remember to use this, and you know, sometimes we've already put the dogs to bed and I don't want to wake up the house, so I'll just have to skip it and do it the next day, or sometimes I just forget. So there have been a couple times when I've been a little bit inconsistent, but for the most part, more times than not, I've been using this twice a week. And I actually also want to say that I've been using an overnight exfoliant with it, a chemical exfoliant with it. So that's my routine. I put this on, put a couple extra things in my routine, and then I finish up with my chemical exfoliant, and the combination of the two has really, really worked for me. So that's what I've been doing as far as the application. Everything else in my skincare chain stayed the same. The products and everything like that. Everything stayed the same except for, you know, adding this into the routine. I will say sometimes I do use a physical or mechanical exfoliant. Sometimes I do some peels and things like that, but for the most part, the routine has stayed the same. And I'm also very surprised. I think I mentioned to you guys in that original video, I'm not a fan of Squalane. I just think it's one of those heavy, greasy oils that just tends to sit on top of the skin. But amazingly enough, if you use the right amount of this does absorb very quickly. It's easy to spread, moves around easily, and I'm actually pretty in love with the formulation and the fact that this is in the Squalane. So that's one of the biggest surprises for me. I'm just kind of thinking maybe the Squalane I used before just wasn't the right one for me, and maybe I should keep trying, but I could be just putting the cart before the horse, so let me just finish this. Maybe I should just hold off before I completely change my thought process Squalane, but really am enjoying the formulation of this, and I do find that when I remember, besides having to go and get out of my fridge, it's really quite an easy formulation to add into the routine. Now, as far as the cons or the negatives, I do feel like maybe 2 to 3 weeks in, I did notice a little bit of the purging, so to speak. Even though I am an oily skin diva, I don't actually have acne prone skin. Normally I only get pimples here and there, you know, individuals on the jawline around in here when it's that time of the month. But as far as just a regular basis, I'm not really acne prone. But 2 to 3 weeks in, I did notice clusters of pimples that did not line up with the hormonal acne that I normally get. And I really do contribute that to the purging from this particular product. But again, didn't last long. It really wasn't inconvenient. And shout out to COVID. I was in the house, so it was okay. I also noticed a little bit of dryness or difference in the texture of my skin there for a little bit as well. No flaking, no peeling, but I would just notice that when I tried to use primer and foundation combos that I had used previously and everything looked beautiful, the skin just looked a little bit more deserty. A little bit more casket sharp, so I had to switch up, add a little bit more moisturizer, and maybe switch up the primer in order to use that same foundation. And I do contribute that to a little bit of the dryness from this particular product. Now again, short-lived, didn't last long, wasn't too inconvenient, wasn't too bad. I'm not mad at it at all. I really wouldn't call it a con because it really wasn't that big of a deal at all. As far as the pluses, there are so many. Literally, guys, looking at my skin right now, the biggest changes that I see is the spots that I have on my face. I can see that they have really decreased, especially here and especially here. I can really see improvement as far as the spots on my face. I also see a nice improvement as far as the texture of my skin in those same areas right here. Now my forehead still looks pretty textured. It doesn't look like it's changed, but just right here I just see a huge improvement as far as just the overall texture and the overall appearance of my skin. I wouldn't say that I see a difference in my pores. I do think again that comes down to really keeping them unclogged and clean so that they can stay as tight as they possibly can, but I'm not seeing the hugest difference in that area. But I will say when it comes to spots, texture, and just overall evenness of skin tone, I see a huge improvement. Like literally, guys, my go-to makeup lately has been concealer only. I put some brows on, popped some bronzer in the crease, popped on some liner and some lashes, magnetic lashes, because I'm loving me some magnetic lashes. But I've been popping those on, and concealer and some, that's it. Like I have put no other base product on my face, and I am loving it. I mean, I am now that 30-minute girl. Like I can now get ready in 30 minutes, and if you know me, then that's T ain't getting ready in nobody 30 minutes. So the fact that now I can get ready in 30 minutes, and again, the majority of my face is just my skin. It's not covered. It's just breathing. I think that has also contributed to it as well. I'm not even going to lie, but just overall, like you guys, I've noticed in a couple of my videos, I've had a few comments on, oh my goodness, you look so fresh faced, and oh my goodness, you look so glowy. And it's literally because I don't have any foundation on. This is literally just my skin, and who in the world would have thought that your girl would be back at that point? But it looks so good. Now I will say, in all honesty, a lot of times when you use a new product, completely new, not just a new brand, but a completely new product, a lot of times you're going to see a huge difference from the fact that you weren't using anything to now you're using something. Even if that something isn't the best of the best, you're going to see a difference, period, because it's the first, and you're going to notice some improvement. So this could honestly be what's going on here. The fact that I was not using any type of retinoid, now I am. That might be where I see the huge difference from. But either way, I am so impressed. I'm so impressed with the improvement that I already see in 3 months. I'm impressed with the fact that I only had to pay like $7, and this is going to last me the whole entire time. no doubt. I'm impressed with the fact that I like the formulation. It's easy to use. It spreads easily. A little goes a long way, and amazingly enough, if you use the right amount, it does absorb into the skin. And I don't mind the smell at all either, to be quite honest with you. And really the only inconvenience I would say about this product is that you got to keep it in the fridge. And my house ain't that big. So it's really a bougie type of problem to have, right? But overall, I'm really, really liking this, guys. I'm going to put up the pictures. You guys tell me what you think. Can you see a difference? Like, y'all, I ain't mad at it at all. I will say what I think I'm going to start doing is using this 3 times a week instead of just the 2. Now that I know that I've got plenty of it, I'm not going to run out of it. And now that I know that my skin can take it and I've gotten my sweet spot as far as how much to use, I think I want to go ahead and start using this 3 times a week, still with the overnight exfoliant, but kind of uptick that a little bit just to kind of see if I see any more drasticness or if I see any difference of improvement for the last 3 months of this journey here. So overall, I'm really liking this. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the formula, and I'm impressed with the cosmetic results that I see. Definitely comment down below. I know a lot of you mentioned in my first video, which again, check it out, but you mentioned in that first video that you had started a retinol journey as well. So I would love for you to comment down below. Let us know what product you're using and let us know how you're feeling about it, how long you've been using it, and how you feel about it so far. You liking it? You don't? You see a change? You don't? You know, definitely comment down below and let us know. But so far, I'm impressed. I'm going to keep on going, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. And at this point, I would recommend this product, especially if you're just starting out. You're just trying to figure out where to start. This is a good one. Also, if you got a small budget and you don't want to break the bank when you're trying something out for the first time, I would recommend this product. So far so good. Loving what I'm seeing. Stay tuned. I will definitely keep you posted. I hope this information helps someone else out there. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer. And if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.